Little cough. Great to have you joining me today. And today we're looking at this idea that joy is an eternity seeking thing. And this comes out of a talk I heard by Miroslav Volf, famous Christian theologian out of Yale University, and it's an interesting guy to listen to and interesting perspectives on joy, and it sort of attaches in with what we're looking at now. It attaches into some things we're looking at in the future with the future upcoming series. And joy is such an endlessly fascinating topic. And that idea of joy is an eternity seeking thing is one way to really look at it that gives a little different perspective. I think I would start with this, and this is sort of joy 101 as I see it, is joy and happiness oftentimes are different things. And joy is much more about an overall orientation, excuse me, reaction to life versus just when you get the circumstances of life right, and then we kind of engineer ourselves into joy. It's not that at all. It's sort of like a bass note. That's Rob Bell's language, a bass note which we return to again and again, and we have to sort of embed that really deeply in our souls, because so much of life, very understandably so, I want to be totally clear about this, very understandably so, what happens is the bass notes become the challenges, the problems, the heartbreak of life, which everyone on this call this morning has had countless numbers of. And the problem is we just play those keys on the piano, just play them and play them, play them, play them until we believe that that's actually the only song there is. And on occasion we hear this distant echo of this thing called joy. And I think so much of what God is slowly bending us towards is to, we do have all these negative notes. Like, these things aren't going away. We don't want to, in a Pollyannish way, just say they're not there. But we start to learn to play all the notes. And we start to come more and more from this other side of the keyboard that are much higher notes. I'm using that figuratively, obviously, much higher notes, but are notes really of deep joy. And that becomes when the challenges come, over here, we realize, so these are the challenges, and this is the deepest reality that I know is joy. I think about folks, obviously New Church Live, we've had a season of some losses here in our congregation, as many churches go through that as well, which are sad, and they're sad for all of us. And I think about the people who've passed as a pastor, and I really get clear in my mind, like, oh wow, you know what I know to be really true? What I know to be really true with these folks is that what would they want for everyone whose life continues in this life? Well, they would want you to be filled with joy. I mean, that's just it. I mean, we may not be feeling much joy at their passing. At their passing is the wrong way to say it. We may not be feeling much joy given that they have passed. But we clearly should listen to their language, which would be the language of joy and the language of moving forward in life. And that should really anchor us pretty heavily into eternity and pretty heavily into the way heaven works. And I think joy and peace are sort of the essence of heaven. A little piece of New Church theology that I love here, and it's this idea that when that joy really starts going, it's a lot of it has this communal aspect to it. Heaven consists of a number of communities, each of them different but still united, because the Lord leads them all as one. It resembles a human being in whom all the elements, without exception, are regulated by a single whole, by a single soul. Oh, that's so good. So good to kind of see that idea that there's a soul, that there's a thread, that there's a river that runs through life. And how do we know when we kind of tap onto that? Well, I think joy is a great marker. Maybe not the perfect marker, maybe not always the marker, but definitely one to think of. So so for today's takeaway, folks, I'd ask us all to just think about, what would happen if we shifted joy to being the basic reality of life, and not just as some way out there byproduct, but we really came back to that. This is the anchor, and it both anchors us very much in the present. Again, joy is and then very much in the present, but also anchors us in this idea that joy is an eternity seeking thing, that as we seek what is eternal, what is ineffable, what is transcendent. Joy is a great path to that, and a great way to kind of see that, and to see it as something beyond happiness, and to get that no matter what your life circumstances are, my life circumstances are, we can still really carry a lot of joy in our life. And I think we've all seen that in many courageous people. And hopefully you see it some in yourself as well. So, friends, that's my little thought today on joy. I hope that makes sense. And what we're going to do now is we're going to shift gears. We're going to shift gears into a meditation, a prayer, and a blessing. And then we'll say hi to folks on social media. So to get us started, what I'd ask us all to do is just to take a big breath and just listen to the prayer bell. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, bring you peace, and bring you home. Amen. All right, friends, let's give a little cheery hello to folks here. And again, I hope you all had a wonderful, amazing weekend going. Sure was fun at this end. We had a great time. All right, a couple comments over here. All right, Cherry, taking joy forward was towards Wisconsin this morning. That's good. Kim, good morning to you, my friend. All right, let's see who else we got here today. All right, take a look over here. Sorry for my apologies for, as always, being all thumbs on this stuff. All righty, and a couple comments over here. All right, Linda, good morning to you. Marcus, good morning to you as well. Hope you folks are all doing splendidly. All right, friends, well, wishing you all the very best. May you have a day filled with joy and see joy as an eternity-seeking thing. Take care. Bye-bye.